you want to hear the whole story.
Nick Cage.
This is really, really bad.
If you are justice, please do not lie. What is the price for your blind eye?
All right, let the murder mystery start.
What?
Play double time.
You have two paths.
I'm vengeance.
You can be the destroyer of this world, or you can be its savior.
Here we go.
The end is inevitable, Maverick. Your kind is headed to extinction.
Maybe so, sir. But not today.
And camera.
Into the wild.
So you did write everything down?
Yeah, everything. Okay.
What if there's a sequel? A sequel? What am I, a hack?
You only have you. And how scary, but how amazing.
I always assumed that other beings would want to be human. What's so great about being human?
Vengeance won't change the past. Mine or anyone else's. People need hope. To know someone's out there for them. Talk to me, Goose.
People are amazing.
The way of water connects all things.
I see.
Before your birth and after your death.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for that edit.
That was amazing.
I got permission from the guy to use his edit. I watched it today. I was like, it was just so incredible. So thank you for that.
I need to watch it later. I missed some of it, but I need to.
And then, like, it actually brings up, I forgot. Oh, yeah, that was this year. And that was this year, too.
Yeah.
I got more movies to put on my honorable mentions.
Yeah, because there was a lot of good movies in 2022.
Yeah, it was. And people not all the blockbusters were a little bit underwhelming. So you got to seek and actually find more of the indies, and the indies are the ones that are more rewarding this year.
But there was one blockbuster. There's one blockbuster in particular. I think we all have on our list. That was like the standout of 2022 for us as far as blockbusters are concerned.
Yeah,
so,
and I'm very surprised because I am a Marvel nerd, and as I was looking over my list, and there were 3 of the movies released this year. 3, not one, managed to make it to my top 10. Not one.
Yeah, that's just showing you kind of this sort of the decline Marvel's going.
Yeah, especially, I would actually argue that, in my opinion, one of the Marvel movies this year deserves to be in the worst of the year list, and I'm not playing around either.
I agree.
Hopefully next year, I'm hoping. I have a funny feeling that with Ant-Man, Quantumanium, and Guardians 3, and hopefully the Marvels, that there will be a turnaround. I'm still have faith that there's going to be a turnaround because every franchise, every studio, every franchise has a slump.
Yeah, I think that, this was kind of the phase where they were trying to find their footing after phase 3, and then now phase 5 is going to be more like, okay, now that we try to find our footing, let's actually like find our footing. And
there's only really like two things in like phase 4 that I actually loved, and one of them is actually going down because the surprise is gone. If that's WandaVision, I still like WandaVision, but if you watch it again, it loses a lot.
Yeah,
and like Miss Marvel.
Yeah,
but it will say, damn, is this year filled with good things? I have seen the most movies this year than I have ever that I may not even beat next year. I have seen like 70. I have seen like 72 movies this year. Last year my record was like 54.
Yeah.
So I eventually I think I'll beat my 70 something record.
And then I am happy with you.
May not be next year.
I'm actually proud and happy for you, Andrew, because like you actually broadened your horizons this year with stuff you watch a lot.
Yeah, you did. It was really nice. And
I'm hoping that next year, if I don't reach the amount to at least reach the quality and the amount of movies that I watch and the different genres I watch, as long as Netflix doesn't screw everybody over with the password thing.
Yeah. Which they might lose subscribers for, because that's like a big thing. I don't know.
Let's start on our number 10.
I don't even know how they can.
Wait, honorable
know all this stuff.
Yeah, and also first off, I want to share that this has been a great year for film. I got to see, and I'm not done yet. I'm still gonna watch more films, guys, in 2022. Like, still catching up. This is me giving my best. Like, there's certain ones I wanted to catch up on that I knew were going to be on my list, but there's some I wasn't able to, like more of the foreign ones, like Saint Omer.
Yeah,
and The Quiet Girl, EO, stuff like that.
And then and guys, like I know that now, like all this list is subjective, like everyone's top 10 of 2022, but there's one part of the list that I think will be objectively wrong only. Do you know what?
What?
Okay, like let's say that I watched Color Purple this year for the first time, and then I watched 12 Monkeys. If I put those at the best of 2022, that is objectively wrong. That's the only time that I'll say that a list is objectively wrong.
Yeah, because those
are not 2022 movies.
Because those didn't come out in 2022. But these are only 2022 movies that we are focusing on today, guys.
Yeah, because of that I would have a whole lot more.
Let's say, and all I will say is my number 10 through 3 are all really, really, really good movies. But I'm going to say this year, my number 1 and my number 2 this was a hard thing to do, pushing what was my number 1 to my number 2. It was hard.
And look at this baby movie. Do I call it a baby movie?
Why?
Because the cast are all babies.
Which one?
School Ties. Look.
Oh, with Brendan Fraser himself.
Yeah, and look,
Who I
Chris
just,
O'Donnell.
yeah.
And you know which one that is in the center?
Who?
That's Matt
Oh,
Damon.
yeah, the Matt Damon. Yep, I can recognize him.
And look, see, look at them in the.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Ben Affleck down there. Yeah.
Yeah, but this movie's really good. Even plus two, like if we ever watch it, we have to bring somebody on to review it too. Do which one?
Which one?
Ari.
Oh, really? Has he seen it?
No, but the subject matter.
Oh, okay.
It's not like Brendan Fraser like goes to the school and then his secret, and he tells you the secret in the back, so it's not really a spoiler. Is that like he's Jewish, and it's about like in the 50s and on the East Coast about the anti-Semitism then he had.
Wow,
and it came out in 1992. So
yeah, hey, it's celebrating an anniversary. I definitely have to check that out.
But yeah.
Last year I watched 192 films, so last year was a even bigger record for me. 132 was definitely a step down, but I'm not going to catch up to that record this year. But hopefully next year.
Do you guys count rewatches or no?
Hey, my brand is about quality, not quantity.
No.
I don't count rewatches.
Okay.
Because like rewatches are because I've count like the time I've seen it and add it to the list is the first time I watch it. That's
okay. Because I might start counting because I never count. I'm going to count now. I might buy a binder,
Yeah.
But yeah. My mentions might surprise you guys too.
Well, let's start off with our honorable mentions. So, okay, so making this list first off was hard. There's a lot we left out. When it comes to honorable mentions, what we're going to do is we're all going to say our honorable mentions, and then each one of us can like talk about our honorable mentions afterwards, and then we'll go into our top 10, doing like 10, 10, 10, 10, and then 9.
Like who knows? I don't think that's possible.
How many honorable mentions would you deem appropriate?
As many as you seem appropriate. I want I don't want like too much over 10.
No.
But you can do 10 over 10, however many you want to do.
Because I have literally 72 movies, so I could be like, I have 50 honorable mentions.
No.
But that still is you can have a lot of honorable mentions if you want, because I know I have a lot that I want to like at least just mention so people can.
I've heard to tell you to
watch them.
Where I'm at right now, look how low the ceiling is.
Where are you at?
I'm like underneath the stairs at Ashton's, like inside this little bed thing. It's really nice actually.
Oh wow.
See, look at this. Look at that.
Wow.
And look where my head is.
That's crazy, dude. You're you're gonna have a bigger dude, so like being caught in a tight space like that, that's kind of
no. It actually has a lot more than you'd think. See, look, this is the other side of the bed. Look, there's the blanket.
Wow.
So yeah, my honorable mentions. I got a few, but not like
you guys go first because I need to write down some of mine. I may go off screen for a minute because I need to go back to my letterbox to.
That'll be fine. What are some of your honorable mentions?
Okay, like Nope.
Mm-hmm.
Fall.
Oh yeah.
Smile.
Yeah.
Avatar.
Nice.
Avatar, and then there's one Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. Yeah. Did you ever see that yet?
No, I have not.
And then
that's the streaming one you mentioned though.
Yeah, Christmas Story. Christmas is on my honorable mentions.
Nice. That was actually really surprising. I did.
Yeah. And then I'll when I think of more, Tar is then barely an honorable mention because I didn't love it, like everyone else. But
I'll definitely be talking about Tar because I have big love for that one. But so Tar, and then I haven't seen Triangle of Sadness or that Jinn one, which I've heard mixed things about. The Jinn one. The Jinn one.
It's with it's on your profile thing.
Oh,
the one directed by George Miller.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about. 30,000 years of
And then Prey is on there. The honorable mentions too. I love the Prey.
Oh yeah.
But it's just what guys. If guys, if Avatar doesn't make it, and then Wakanda Forever, I'll throw in there,
Yeah, that was
and the menu.
Oh yeah, that's definitely gonna be an honorable mention of mine. That's a good.
It was amazing, and Andrew, you'd love the menu, Andrew.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I just haven't gone around to seeing it yet, but I want to.
Okay, Andrew, like, are you a fan of Wes Anderson?
I haven't seen a lot of his movies.
But have you seen any of them or no?
Not really.
Have you seen Fantastic Mr. Fox?
Not really.
Well, I think you would definitely love his style and definitely love this movie. So for my honorable mentions, just to give you a little bit extra time, Andrew, the one that it's like a toss-up back and forth between this and my number 10. This is maybe honestly my actual number 10, guys, because it goes that back and forth with it stuff. But I feel like 10 is just such an important film that I want to discuss it and talk about it because of how important it really was. But number 11, and again, this is like a very close honorable mention, could be my 10th spot literally tomorrow. Like, ask me tomorrow, it could be my 10th spot, is Bones and All. Love this movie. It's fantastic. Say what?
What's that documentary one? Because I hear people talking about that, how that's one of the best movies of the year.
Yeah, All the Beauty and the Bloodshed. I will get to that in just a second. That's
okay.
But then on my honorable mentions, I have The Whale. I just watched it tonight, and it's another one that could jump into my top 10 of the year because I absolutely loved it.
Andrew, it is sad to watch, but you'll like it, Andrew.
I just need to ponder on it and think on it and everything like that because it's one of those movies that you can't just come home immediately and then just review. It's one that I have to.
Oh, absolutely not. I get it.
There's actually two. Like, you know what else too? I think though, honestly,
what?
The Whale almost has the Reed Birney of this year too.
Oh, Reed Birney and Masks, you're saying?
Yeah. You know about like how he might be the best, but no one's talking about him.
Oh, who?
Ty Simpkins.
Is he that?
He's a preacher kid.
Preacher kid.
He's Nobody's talking about his performance, but his performance was amazing.
It was.
Do I realize too? He wasn't just an Iron Man 3. Dude, what else he was in?
Who? What?
Jurassic World.
Yeah, he was also in that and was excellent. And I thought Hong Chow was excellent in the movie. She was, she was just as good as Brendan. It was, and then Sadie Sink was a great performance, but awful character. Yeah, all around the acting was incredible, and it moved.
But she did break me.
It moved me
that
to
one
tears.
line.
She did. Same here. That ending in general, without any spoilers for y'all who haven't seen it, it definitely broke me as well. Speaking of something that broke me, Broker is in my honorable mentions.
I want to see that so bad because I saw the trailer for it during The Whale.
Yeah, it's
no, during that one.
Yeah, it's so good. Broker is, and it's just a beautiful story from the director of Shoplifters, about these they kind of run an illegal business together where they sort of are taking this, like, almost in a way carrying this girl's baby to another destination. So it's, in a way, it's like it's one of those things like Shoplifters where it's these people who are not doing necessarily good things, but you all care about them, and it's like, and you love them.
I just hope though, like, speaking of like Babylon, you know how I saw the trailer in there. I hope you to start doing this more. Do what they did.
What?
Okay, the movie was supposed to start at 2:20, right?
Uh-huh.
The trailer started at 2.
Oh yeah. My theater does that all the time.
No, this is a good thing because the movie was supposed to start at 2:20, but the trailer started at 2:00.
Oh, but the trailer started. Okay, all right, I got confused.
Yeah, so then the movie started at 2:20.
That's good.
I hope they do that more. You know.
Yeah, they should, because my theater is like starts. It says, for example, a 6:15 showtime, and then they don't start trailers till like 6:20, and then like after 6:20, you don't get the movie started till like 6:40. So it's like it's so dumb. It's like I hate it.
Yeah, but like, do you like what they did though? You know,
I love the trailers.
Yeah, no,
I love the trailers, but just not
just like start them
during the showtime of the movie. Like do that before the showtime of the movie.
Yes, wasn't that a great idea that they did that? That they started the trailers at 2, so the movie started on time.
Yeah,
I'm not against the trailers starting at 2. I'm okay with that. What if you know what I don't like seeing happen? Cause like at my theaters, you know, let's say they advertise showtime is at 1 o'clock. Okay, guess what they're still doing at 1 o'clock?
What?
They're showing ads for like Coca-Cola, cars, stuff like that. That is the stuff that I'm like.
Yeah, that stuff is.
And frankly, like all my AMC people will know how annoying that Nicole Kidman ad is.
And all of my Regal people will know how it was funny the first couple times, but now that one Regal ad of like them saying movie quotes and stuff over and over is annoying as crap.
I can quote that one. I can quote.
I know. I mean, I'm at the point where I can literally quote the whole thing by heart.
Heartbreak feels good at a place like this.
Oh my god.
And what about what about the classic Anytime, Anywhere, Regal Unlimited?
Oh my god.
Those fucking
that one. It's like I already know I got Regal Unlimited, guys. All right.
Yes, thank you for telling me about Regal Unlimited. I already have it.
Yep.
Yeah, but yeah, you know what? So, Mike, like, is Smile on your honorable mentions or no?
Is what?
Smile?
Nah, it's not my honorable mentions. That's like on my actual list. Smile's like number 47.
What about Morbius?
No. But
you're joking, right?
Some other honorable mentions of mine that I do want to mention real quick are Pinocchio, Del Toro's Pinocchio, not the Disney one. Yeah,
we'll get to that on mine.
Del Toro's Pinocchio just barely missed. It like just barely got knocked out.
Did you watch it yet, Andrew?
Nope.
Oh, dude, you're gonna love it.
Oh yeah, I know you said you're weird about stop motion, but trust me, this one is you're gonna like just fall in love with. And then to me, my other honorable mention, man, it was hard to leave this one off, was Babylon. I loved Babylon. It was an excellent film that I find really underrated. And then it was a great ode to Hollywood. And then my next honorable mention, this one's gonna make Andrew a little bit mad that it's just an honorable mention, is Glass Onion.
I have thought.
Yeah, it's but it is definitely a high honorable mention for me.
Well, was it better than the first, you think?
Yeah, check it out. I think it was. I think it definitely was.
I think it was. We will get to that later.
Isn't the third
confirmed? And it is in my top 10. It is in my.
Isn't the third one confirmed already?
Oh yeah, third one's been confirmed like before even the second one came out.
I'm hoping that they not that after the third new one is announced, they say, hey, a new deal has been struck, you know, for a few more movies or something like that, or that
hopefully they do like actual theatrical releases, because I would love that.
Yes.
But my next honorable mention is a quiet little A24 film that was absolutely beautiful. They had one hell of a year, and that is After Yang. After Yang was phenomenal. I thought this movie was it knocked my socks off. It was beautiful. My next honorable mention I want to mention is The Menu. Just such a witty, fun screenplay. I absolutely loved it. Great performances. And then next one I want to mention is Avatar: The Way of Water. Maybe the most visually stunning movie I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, because like guys, if you'll notice, the beach scenes were not shot anywhere. They were all done on a computer.
Oh yeah. and all the underwater stuff, everything there was all done on computer, which is insane. Then Cha Cha Real Smooth, one I also really loved on Apple TV Plus. The Batman, of course, I had to throw.
Oh yeah. The Batman's on my honorable mentions. I didn't.
That's an honorable mention I want to throw out there. Top Gun Maverick is an honorable mention.
Wow, didn't make your top 10 now?
No, but it's in my honorable mention.
It's in my top 10.
And then The Northman is also one. Then those are pretty much all my honorable mentions that I have right now. Again, this list could easily change. Ask me tomorrow. My number 11 could be in my number 10 slot. All this stuff. The only ones I feel confident in are my 9 through 8. I feel confident in them on that list, but the rest I'm like, that 10th slot I'm not confident on at all.
Yeah, me too.
But I'm just and that could change very easily. But what are some of your honorable mentions, Andrew?
For me, this is 11 through 24 for movies that I've seen. Number 11 is Marcel the Shell with Shoes On.
That'll definitely be on my list.
Was just a lovely little movie. A movie that I love the use of. It wasn't just stop motion; it was stop motion in the real world, and how they made you feel for this fucking shell with googly eyes, and how they made you fall in love with this character. Despite this character not being literally an inanimate object, and the ending of that movie just really hits you with emotion. And this was just kicked out of my top 10 today. Literally just today, it was kicked out of my top 10. At number 12 is Matilda.
I still have to see that.
It was a really well done musical, and I love that it went to Netflix because they could actually take risks with who they casted, and they could cast the best singers without worrying about star power and what they needed for the box office buck. I just love that they said we can actually get the best talent for the job without saying we need Ariana Grande in this movie, to ring in the money, we need these actors to ring in the money, and
really good actor.
And yes, but best of all, there wasn't a James Corden in sight. And then and at number 13 is She Said, the movie about the Washington Post and them discovering all the information about Harvey Weinstein. This movie makes you really intrigued in the story, and it makes you feel happy with the end. It makes you feel angry. It makes you feel upset that this bullshit went on. This is a really good movie that I am very happy that was told. At number 14 is Smile. Now, this in my opinion is definitely the scariest horror movie of the year and the best horror movie of the year. No horror movies in my top 10. This was a really, really, really good horror movie that I just ate up.
Me too.
It was scary. It was scary. It was intense. I was literally in the edge of my seat the entire time. It was so good. And at number 15 is Nicolas Cage's The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. Like, I remember watching this movie that it was not only funny as hell, but the action was a lot of fun, and the story knew how to walk the line of being serious and being really funny and being really, really exciting at the same time. And number 16 is The Lost City, a really, really cute romantic comedy starring Sandra Bullock, Channing Tatum, and why am I blanking on the name right? Daniel Radcliffe.
And Brad Pitt too. He was also
that this is a movie that if you walk out and you say that movie was a lot better than had any right being, and I love those movies where you're like, that could have been complete shit, but it was actually thoroughly entertaining.
Just like that's how I felt about Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers.
Exactly. They could have made it passable, but they made it really, really good in my opinion. And then at number 17 is See How They Run. Now, this is a murder mystery movie that is just it was a movie that flew under my radar, and I saw it and I was like, you know what, I'll see this, murder mystery looks like hints of comedy, kind of gives me off a Clue vibe, and so I saw it and I loved it. I honestly, the mystery was good, and the ending, I love it when a horror movie, when they announce, when in a murder mystery movie, when they announce who the killer is, everything makes complete sense. There's no wait, this doesn't add up. This doesn't add up. Coincidence after coincidence. This made complete sense. And then at number 18 is The Good Nurse. I honestly on Netflix, I honestly felt like this movie was based on a real life story. That honestly made it even more entertaining to me. I don't want to spoil it. All I'm gonna say is check out The Good Nurse.
I will.
Number 19 is The Greatest Beer Run Ever with Zac Efron. That to me that unlike The Good Nurse, this is a more lighthearted yet serious. Like they knew how to treat their topic with respect, but they also knew how to make it a little bit fun, and it was genuinely a story that I was rooting for his character, and they deal with the difficulties of war and the moral gray areas of war, I love it. And then jumping to number 20 is The Luckiest Girl Alive. Now, this movie deals with shootings and rape, so it's not for the faint of heart. And can I give a little bit of a spoiler?
Sure. It's been on Netflix for a while.
But this one scene really made me fuming angry, and this was intentional. So she goes and she's confronting her rapist after all of these years. She has the information and she can expose of this guy, and he's like, listen, I don't want you ruining my life. I don't want you doing this. I'm a married man and I have kids now. I have a wife. I don't want you ruining my life. That just made me angry.
Ugh.
There is this movie coming out that kind of sounds like that too.
Which one?
Oh, I forget the title. It's skipping my mind, but it has Anna Kendrick in it.
Hold on just 1 second, guys.
But you know which one I mean, right, Mike?
Yeah, they do it. And also, I have a movie sort of similar I wanted to throw out as an honorable mention with Jenna Ortega called, which she had one hell of a year this year too, called The Fallout. And that's one that centers around school shootings. And so that one, there's literally a scene in a stall where that also made me fuming angry. I'm not going to spoil what it is, but it was like,
Oh, I looked it up, and the guy from This Is Us is in it too.
For which film?
For the Fallout.
Oh, which This Is Us? Oh yeah, the young Randall.
Was he good in it?
Oh yeah, really heartbreaking.
I've got a few more to say. Actually, I scratched what I said before. Smile is actually number 21. No, number 22 is Babylon. This is a mixed movie in my opinion, but like it's okay. Sometimes it's decent at times, but this is a movie that when it's good, it's really fucking good. Like all of the filmmaking stuff is top notch. And as one of the funniest scenes of the year, all I'm gonna say is they're trying to shoot a scene and everything is going wrong. That to me is the funniest movie.
That was so funny.
Do you know what part made me laugh the most?
Yes, because it's so realistic.
The blow up part.
The blow up part.
Remember when they had the little dwarf trying to jump on them?
Oh my god! Yeah, I remember that.
I won't say that. Was that towards the end or the beginning? Because I forget. It was at one of the parties.
Yeah, I believe that was towards the end. Was that during the Tobey Maguire part?
Yeah. Oh yeah. And they shouldn't have showed Tobey Maguire because he does not have a big part. But I'll talk more about why I love Babylon in the way later on.
I've got two more that I'd like to shout out. Wakanda Forever is, in my opinion, the best Marvel movie of the year.
Yeah.
Of the year, this for the most. I left it feeling okay. This was actually really good. Like some years it would have been middle level. This would have been like the worst Marvel movie. Movie of the year, but to me it was still good, but it's there. And then at number 24, here comes the one controversial pick. I liked Amsterdam.
Wow,
I've never even seen it.
We probably just lost a few clicks.
Yeah. And I got a question though. What do you think about it being nominated for best makeup?
I really didn't notice a lot of makeup in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it made the short list.
And I liked it. Mike Myers was hilarious in it. I really liked the friendship between the leads, and it was a story that I was actually intentional. It was intentionally like I was curious to where it was going. Where is this going? How is this all going to wrap up? So yeah.
Interesting. Yeah.
I never saw See How They Run or Amsterdam because
I saw See How They Run, and to be honest with you, I was kind of disappointed
because okay, like I always get them confused too.
See How They Run and Amsterdam.
Yeah. Because they're both turn of this set in the 20s mysteries, with these all-star casts.
True.
And see How They Run is I felt the better mystery. It is the mystery that is the most and when it's all revealed, it makes complete.
I will say I watched
It is the second best mystery of the year.
I've not seen Amsterdam yet, but I watched the Taylor Swift scene, and what happens made me laugh my ass off. I was laughing so hard. I don't know if I was supposed to be laughing or not, but I was laughing. It was so funny. But that's just me. All right.
So that's my top 10. So that was
your honorable mentions.
11.
Do you know how much money Amsterdam lost too? Did you guys hear how much money it lost?
How much?
97 million.
Holy fuck, that's a lot of money.
Because it cost 80 million and it made a 31.2.
Oh wow.
And you got to figure in the marketing.
Yeah, plus the marketing, it probably lost even extra because of that. Which there was very little marketing. I thought there was only one trailer and
just like Babylon might lose a lot of money too.
Yeah, that also one that had very little marketing to it. No, it's also going out against Avatar: The Way of Water.
Yeah, but the budget too.
Yeah.
See what the budget was?
What?
80.
We'll be talking more about Avatar in this video. I'll be talking more about Avatar.
Yeah, Avatar made my honorable mentions. I did love it though. I did love it.
Same. I did too. Definitely better than the first. So, with that said, let's get to our top 10. And starting with, I guess I'll start off with you, Andrew.
You're the guest.
Just because I need time to see what I'm gonna.
Another, and number 10 is probably another controversial pick, but I swear that this is there's a couple in here that some may seem controversial, but number one, I was one of the very few people who saw the movie Strange World, and I honestly thoroughly enjoyed it. Like this movie, it was exciting, it was sweet. I was laughing a lot. Like I was laughing more than I expected. And the hubbub with the romance in this movie, after I was watching it, they don't even kiss.
Yeah.
The romance in this movie, they don't even kiss. It's just clear that he has feelings for the guy, and it is honestly the most adorable and awkward like romance. It's like, well, I'm too scared to talk to him. You know, it's just so sweet, and everybody can relate to it. You know, and so yeah, and this world was beautifully made and beautifully done. That visually, this is a world that looked very, just like Tenno says, strange. It is weird, you know. So it's not going to like be like, oh, that's this like this or that. That, you know, it feels like its own place. And I like the creatures. I like the colors. I like the comedy, and I love the romance. What else is there to say?
Yeah, that I'm definitely, it's on Disney Plus now, so I'm definitely interested. I'm gonna have to check out Strange World here very soon.
I haven't seen it yet, but I'm not really that interested too because somebody else turned me off from it.
Who?
Alessio.
Oh, well, that's Alessio.
No, but do you know how?
How?
Imagine if you keep on telling people, you know, like, if you don't go see this movie in theaters, you're a bad person.
Yeah, it's like people with Bros. They were all like, "Oh, you're, you know, homophobic because you didn't see this movie and stuff." But it's.
And did you see Bros? That was almost an honorable mention. I did like it a lot.
Yes, that is an honorable mention of mine.
I did not see that. I did not end up seeing that.
Yeah, you would really love Bros a lot. It's really sweet rom-com. I highly recommend. But one
of the actors though called out a movie in my top 10 too.
Oh yeah, I know which one you're talking about. But what's your number 10, Ross?
My number 10 is actually Glass Onion.
Nice.
I still loved it. You know, like, it was better than the first. You know, like, but then, like, I think the first though was a better mystery, but this one was the better movie.
Yeah, I'd probably agree with that.
And then like, did you guys know though that the producer is actually in the movie too?
Really?
Yeah, but he has a small part, but he makes up for it. Do you remember like that weird stoner guy who'd always hang around Edward Norton?
Oh yeah,
that was the producer. The one that like he's watching the explosion and goes, "That's cool."
That's awesome.
I love that guy.
But yeah,
that was awesome.
But Edward Norton was excellent, by the way.
Oh yeah, too. And Janelle Monáe was excellent. And then like Dave Bautista was really good.
Ryan Johnson just recently came out and said that Dave Bautista is the best wrestler turned actor. And honestly,
I agree.
I think he is. He's the only one that plays a different character. He doesn't play another version of himself.
I do. And I will be getting into more specific with Glass Onion when I eventually get to it, because I have thoughts.
Oh yeah. It's a great one. I got to see it in theater with a packed audience. It was
I didn't
everyone
because I was sick, but yeah,
Me
it was
too.
really good.
everyone was cheering. It was so much fun. I really had a blast with this film, and also talking about actors who had short roles in it. Ethan Hawke had a short role in this movie too.
And then so did Angela Lansbury.
Yeah, they popped up
And
for
Stephen
like,
Sondheim.
and who?
Stephen Sondheim.
Oh, yeah. Also
Yeah,
him.
he's got the iPad.
He was the guy. He was one of the people on Skype.
Yeah.
Do you know who do I think was actually like, really underrated in it too, though?
Who?
Madeline Klein.
Oh yeah, she was awesome in the movie.
Who did she play?
Whiskey.
Yeah.
Oh yes, I loved. I'm keeping my mouth shut because I'm gonna be talking about this later.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's a great pick for number 10. My number 10. So just because I don't know if any of us, I wanted my list to be diverse, and because I'm planning to make a separate video for the top 10 best horror movies, Bones and All could still be in my top 10 movies, and it likely is in my 10th slot. However, I wanted to show some love to a documentary this year because I don't think any of us have a documentary on our list.
No.
And so I wanted to be diverse and give a documentary some love. And that documentary is All the Beauty and the Bloodshed. This movie floored me. This movie was about an artist, Nan, what's her name? Nan something. It was Nan Golden. And the downfall of the Sackler family, the pharmaceutical dynasty who is greatly responsible for the opioid epidemic's unfathomable death toll.
Yeah.
So,
Andrew, too, about that. Andrew, like you enjoyed like that doctor when you said, right? If you enjoyed that, you would enjoy Dope Sick.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think you would also enjoy this documentary because this documentary, talking about making me angry, this made me angry at times. Like the fact they even show in the documentary, I'm not going to give any much spoilers away, but in the documentary they show Sackler and they're like going through the deaths of what's happened in the opioid crisis.
And you're like, he will piss you off.
He's literally sitting there on a chat like this. While they're
what else he did, Andrew, though, do you know what happened too? He would actually like order to pay, you're like how many millions of dollars. So guess what he does, Andrew?
What?
He uses his company's money to pay the debt. So the company would go under while he still gets to keep his money. Yeah.
Horrible human being. And what's interesting is you get sort of a life, since she's a big activist, you get a life into her and her artwork, who she was friends with, how she was affected by the opioid crisis, and how a lot of her friends were affected by the opioid crisis, and then how how she took a stand to literally take Sackler's name off of like 16 museums, I think, or something like that across the world. And like, it's part of what makes me angry is that that's all we're going to be able to get away with, is just taking his name off museums. But that's also at least a step in the right direction. Take this man down for what he did.
Yes, he should be in jail.
He should, absolutely. But yeah, absolutely beautiful documentary. I hope it wins for documentary.
Because Goodnight Oppie, which like Andrew would love that.
Oh yeah. Which is that's another one in your honorable mentions, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Andrew, you would love Goodnight Oppie.
Oh yeah. I think you would. I still need to see Goodnight Oppie. I'm gonna get around to seeing it soon, but I'm gonna get around to checking out more documentaries here soon. But All the Beauty and the Bloodshed for right now is the one that really stuck out to me and in my number 10. So yeah. And so what's your number 9, Andrew?
Number 9 is a movie that I went in with that I was not excited for. I was not really excited for this movie. And then the reviews started coming up for this movie, and I became interested. Now I'm gonna say it. Top Gun Maverick is a great movie.
That's my number 9.
This got me.
It shows what a legacy sequel should be, and how good quality these movies can be. Can be. I remember being upset when Mission Impossible was moving. I'm like, oh, I was so excited for that one. Why can't Top Gun Maverick move? Mission Impossible come out this year. I can wait on Top Gun Maverick. I am so happy that I wasn't in charge there. This was truly a great movie. Definitely deserved every single dollar it earned. This was a really nice movie. It was a really sweet movie, and I feel like in a time of division, it really brought a lot of people together.
Yes,
it brought people together. There was no politics, none of that involved in this movie, and it just was a really, really special movie. Special movie. Showed what a good legacy sequel truly can do.
Yes, this is I love this movie. I was rating the mic ever since I saw it, and then I said I don't say this much of it. It might be the greatest legacy sequel of all time. And then too, I would love to see somebody in this cast actually join the Knives Out universe. You know which one? Because he'd sit in there like a glove.
Who?
Glenn Powell.
Oh my God, you're right. I can see that.
Andrew. Do you know which one he is? Hangman?
Yeah.
Well, wait, the blonde guy?
Yeah.
I could totally see him in one of those movies.
Oh yeah. I could see him as
I could totally see that.
Just because he got that.
I could see him being the murderer for
Actually, he's also dating Kate Hudson too, apparently.
Really? Wow.
Lucky guy, yeah.
And there is one line where that still has me cracking up. Is where Tom Cruise is running through the woods and he sees Goose's son. Okay, and he's tackling him and he's like, "What were you thinking? What are you thinking, Goose's son? You told me not to think."
Yeah, he's like, that don't think, just do. Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised by Top Gun Maverick. It was one that I have seen like 4 times already. And it's just, I can keep on going back to it and rewatching it. It feels like cinema of old, something that like whenever people say they don't make them like that anymore, I go to things like Top Gun Maverick because that's like an old-fashioned style blockbuster. Yeah, and it just makes you feel riveted. You're just in in an exciting mood, but then it also has these emotional moments in there that I wasn't expecting, and it's the
not
first
really
time.
Special effects heavy.
Yeah, more practical effects heavy, which is really nice. And then it's also in like all the tech parts. I saw this in 4DX. The sound, everything like that was incredible. And I think it's also the first time that we really have gotten to see Tom Cruise actually show his age, which is pretty nice.
Yeah. Too. Like, what else too? What are you talking about? Like they'll make them like they used to. There was just the best blockbuster from 1996 that came out this year.
Oh yeah,
Moonfall.
Oh my God.
No, it is the best blockbuster of 1996, right?
Of that year, maybe. I'll have to.
Yeah, no. I just meant though, the story style and the way they tell it.
It feels like 90s, yeah. But Top Gun is not the best blockbuster of the year. We're gonna get to the best.
And let's just say Moonfall. I'll be getting to that in another video.
Oh,
let me just say I'll be talking about that in another video.
So
in another video, the worst of the year, I will be talking about that movie.
Oh yeah, same here.
But
what is your number 9, Ross?
Oh, my number 9. I remember it was same as Andrew's.
Oh yeah, you did say it. Okay, so my number 9 then is one that it's literally like required rewatch, because on a rewatch I caught a lot more. I am like in love with this movie now, and it is a Hitchcockian masterpiece from the master himself, Park Chan-wook, Decision to Leave.
I haven't seen it yet. It's on my list though.
This movie is phenomenal. It's about a man trying to solve the murder of this girl's husband, but then some things unravel and the mystery gets really intense and insane. It's one of the most romantic films I've seen this year. One of the just most intense like thrillers I've seen this year. The editing, my God, the editing, the way Park Chan-wook edits this movie is just insane. Tang Wei is exceptional in this movie. The main actor, I forget his name, but he is also exceptional. Everyone's great in this film. This film is like, it's again one of those that like I feel like I can rewatch it again right now because there's so much I catch more on rewatches. Like on my first time I watched this, I was like, yeah, it's really good. It's really solid. And then I was confused on some things. And then whenever I watched, because it is a really hard one to follow. You got to like pay attention.
Wait. Which one's harder to follow then? Drive My Car or this? Because I found Drive My Car, hard to follow, in terms of like a metaphorical thing.
I feel like this because I feel like even the overall story, like there's a lot of twists and turns and stuff like that. And if you're not paying attention, then like you could like.
I got a confession to make too. Okay, like when I saw Babylon, the Broker trailer came on, right?
Uh-huh.
And I never heard of the Broker. So then they were talking about like wanting to leave. So I thought, oh, is this a Decision to Leave trailer?
Oh yeah. No, I get
how, right?
Yeah, I can understand how. I wish Broker was submitted at the Academy Awards, but Decision to Leave looks like it's going to be an entry from China, I believe. I could be on that, but it's a but overall phenomenal film. Definitely recommend Decision to Leave. And then let's see. Willie Rose is in here, says, I hope Tom Cruise gets a Best Actor nomination. Well, it's starting to look like Tom Cruise will get a Best Actor nomination. Because that's the way things are shaping out.
I just felt bad that, because the two times that Tom Cruise was nominated, the three, like one of them, there was no way he was going to win, but the other two, he could have won. And in a year to which ones?
Which ones?
Born on the 4th of July?
Yeah.
Or Magnolia?
Yeah.
Because I'm sorry, I love Michael Caine, but he was better in Michael Caine was in the Cider House Rules. He was better in Magnolia,
For sure. And then Ari says, same bro, he was so good in Maverick. Nice. And I am gonna have you on for the TV shows because you were all like you hate a lot of the movies this year, Ari. So I was like gonna have you on for the
maybe I'm on for the worst movies of the year.
Maybe that'll.
Well, he'll just argue with us about how Morbius is not the worst, one of the worst movies of the year. He'll say Morbius is actually one of the best of the year. He will, won't he?
Yeah, probably. But anyways, going to our so my number 9, Decision to Leave. Going to our number 8. Oh, and if you guys want to know where you can watch Decision to Leave, it's on Mubi, which is like a streaming service.
Is it free or no?
It's not, but you can get a free trial and then just cancel anytime.
Because After Sun will be on my list, but I want to. Is After Sun a movie yet or no?
No, not yet. It's going to be on Mubi at some point. I don't know when though.
Too. At the end of January, the menu will be on HBO Max.
Oh,
I'm gonna watch it.
That's a sign.
Definitely gonna watch it.
Yeah, I agree. Willie deserved to win for Magnolia.
Or Born on the 4th of July, but that year was tough. Do you know why?
Why?
Daniel Day-Lewis beat him in my left foot.
Oh yeah, that's a harder one to come by. Michael Caine, yeah, I could totally agree with that, but Daniel Day-Lewis is a harder one. But Andrew, what's your number 8?
Okay, a little backstory behind this one. Okay, so I saw a movie that I was really disappointed in. Come see the top 10 worst movies of the year to see what that movie was. And I needed some cheering up since this movie broke my heart. And I chose a movie that I ended up watching with Ross and Michael, which I love Christmas movies and I love musicals. So I've watched Spirited, and I love Ryan Reynolds. I have a man crush on the guy, for heaven's sake. I have such a man crush. On the left, right over there. So kind of funny story. And I left saying, this was one of the most enjoyable movies that I have seen, Christmas movies that I have ever seen. It's a musical, and it has some of the best songs that I've heard in a movie this year. It's the best of the best song wise. You've got songs like "Bring Back Christmas" was great. You've got songs like "The View from Here," which was great. That Christmas Morning Feeling, of which I loved. But the two standouts to me, for on an emotional note, it was Unredeemable, Will Ferrell's song. That was beautiful. Beautiful. I'm like, you can not only sing Will Ferrell, he can do a great job. I'm like, if the
I don't know if that was him. I don't know if that was him at the end of Step Brothers, but the end of Step Brothers proved he could sing if that wasn't.
If Will Ferrell was casted in the Wicked movie as the wizard, I would have not been disappointed. I would not have been upset. And then number one is the second best single, is either the second or the first best musical number. I need to watch these two of the year. I need to watch these two dance numbers back to back. And one is from another movie in my top 5, and Michael and Ross, I have a feeling you guys know it's Competition. And you guys know the movie, right?
Which one?
I'm saying Good Afternoon is one of the best musical dance numbers of the year.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what one is number one. It's got Competition for number 1, and I'm like, I've got a feeling you guys know what number 1 is.
Which
what number one could be. Don't say what it is. It's a surprise. But but let's just say I truly left this movie in the Christmas mood, and this is a movie that I don't have Apple TV anymore, so I'm either going to have to get Apple TV for a month next year. Next year for November and December, or I'm hoping that after a while, Vudu and like places like that, they do have places where you can literally buy the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, that's rare, but
that is rare. I wish they would, because I want Coda on Blu-ray. I want Coda on physical copy, but I can't get it, which is so unfortunate.
It is it was such a good uplifting movie, and left you in the singing and dancing spirit and in the Christmas spirit. Highly suggest. This is definitely on my list of Christmas movies.
Oh yeah,
to watch.
they've already cast the wizard though. They've already cast the wizard in the Wicked movie too.
Oh, I know.
Who is it?
I know. I'm just saying that it wouldn't have been.
Oh, okay.
Here's the cast.
Good pick though.
Here's the cast though. Okay,
Ariana Grande had all my girls in there.
Cynthia Erivo's playing Elphaba.
Yeah.
Ariana Grande is playing Glinda.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I cannot wait though to see. Do you remember Madame Horrible, right?
Uh-huh.
Michelle Yeoh.
Oh, that is a good pick.
I'm
really interested. The Wicked Part 1.
Who they're gonna cast is Dillamond, Dr. Dillamond, I'm very curious who they're gonna cast. But we're not here to talk about Wicked. We're here to talk about your number 8 movie of the year, I think.
Yes. And I'll start off with or Ross, you go next.
Okay. My number 8 is a movie that I was not really looking forward to, because like it was the third movie of this year of the same story. But the way that it was done is beautiful. And then like Andrew, the main character, kind of reminds me of you a little bit in the way in the like attitude and stuff. And that is Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. You will love it, Andrew. And plus, like too, like it's actually like one of the most like accurate things ever. And then the guy from Harry Potter, Filch was great in it as Geppetto.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, like it's just I love this movie. Like it made me cry, and plus how deep it is.
Oh,
like
yeah.
when they go to Mussolini, like and Ron Perlman plays a great villain in it too. Yeah, so
good.
Yeah, it's so
and Christoph Waltz is also a
Yeah.
villain in it, and it's so good in it. Yeah.
Yeah, but and then Andrew, you're gonna start humming when you hear "Ciao Papa."
Oh yeah. Ciao Papa, mio Papa. It's a great song.
Do you know what song though would actually fit though in there too?
What?
Okay, do you remember the scene where Pinocchio gets his feet lit on fire, right?
Oh yeah.
Imagine what this was playing.
If the Ciao Papa was playing.
No. It's the song "What's This?" When he was getting his fingers.
Oh, what's this? Yeah, that would also.
Because like he's wondering, he goes like, "Ooh, what's this?"
Yeah. Although he was like freaking out when he didn't like the feeling of his feet being on
No, remember
fire.
he couldn't feel it.
Oh, that is true.
Remember he's like
Yeah.
I'm numb.
Remember that.
It was Geppetto who was freaking out. Filch from Harry Potter. But yeah,
Yes, we are only on number 8. Nolan, you have a problem with that?
But though, Andrew, you would love it. You would really, really love it. I know that you have a thing with stop motion, but this stop motion, Andrew, is very different.
It is.
And then like Obi-Wan Kenobi does a great job in it too.
Like it's one of the most groundbreaking anime movies I've seen since like Into the Spider-Verse as far as the animation goes. Like
He's actually got a nomination in some award show for best voice acting performance. Like he deserves it, doesn't he? Ewan McGregor as Jimmy Cricket.
Oh yeah. It's and Ian McGregor was great. Bill Nye. Walter Frey's guy. Forget his.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's Phil.
But him as Geppetto was excellent. Yeah, everyone.
Oh yeah, do I just learned too though about a thing that'll be on Andrew's list that was on mine?
What?
Just Gordon-Levitt was in Knives Out.
Oh yeah, he would be a great pick.
No, he was in Glass Onion.
He was?
He was the voice of the clock. Remember how they had that male voice saying "Countdown to"?
Oh wow, I did not know that was Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Okay, well, that's so cool. I'm gonna have to definitely rewatch it now for that.
Did you know that?
What clock?
Remember, like the clock that would say, it's this time.
Yeah.
On its place.
I don't remember that. All I remember is this is a smokeless area. Beep 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 beep.
Yeah.
No. Remember, like when they first walk in, and they go like it's this time to go to here.
Yeah, something like that. I have to rewatch it again because I don't remember that, but I'm definitely interested in knowing it's Joseph Gordon-Levitt. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, plus like he was actually in the worst Pinocchio movie too this year.
Which one?
Pinocchio.
Oh yeah, the other. Oh yeah, he was in the other Pinocchio movie. One we don't talk about, but yeah, and then talking about Andrew's films, Spirited. I remember seeing that for the Monday Mystery movie. That was really fun.
Are they still doing that, or
they are? They're actually doing it on January 9th. I have a feeling it's a Man Called Otto, but we'll see.
Wait though, that's not an Apple Plus movie, is it though?
It's not, but I don't know what other Apple TV Plus movie
coming out. Also, it's coming to Regal the same weekend as Megan, so I do not think that is going to be it because
not my Regal. My Regal's not getting it till like mid-January. So
but my Regal is getting it my Regal is literally getting it with Megan.
Megan, I cannot wait though.
Maybe that's
I've heard good things actually.
I have too. I'm really excited to check that out.
Because me and Ashton joke around. We said she looks like like if Wanda and Vision had a baby, a real baby.
Yeah. We'll get to Megan in our most anticipated.
I'm
seeing that movie opening weekend. I'm definitely seeing that movie opening.
But yeah. Now, what's your number 7, Andrew? Sorry. Did you do number 8?
I haven't gotten to my number 8.
Sorry.
My number 8 is one I literally just watched last night. as I watched this with All the Beauty and the Bloodshed, I wanted to watch these two because I wanted to make sure to see if they made my list, and they did. This was one I watched a screener for the Independent Spirit Awards, so I could vote. And it was so cool that they gave me a screener for it literally the night before I'm doing my top 10 list. And that is Sarah Polley's Women Talking. This movie moved me in ways like that were just unfathomable. I was blown away by this film. The film literally is about it's like 12 Angry Men, but with women. 12 Angry Women. I don't know how many women there were, but there was a lot. And there were and it's about these women, who were abused or raped or attacked by men, and even their children were too. And so they all took votes. This is like back in 2010, and it's based on a true story that the novel was based off of. So like the novel was written because the author was like following these people.
Yeah, and plus it's set in an Amish village.
Yeah, it is back in 2010. And so like they're heavily religious, and they one day vote on whether they need to leave with their children and everything like that, or whether they need to stay and fight, or stay and like forgive the men or something like that. And so all three end up going to a tie. So there's this group of women.
Don't spoil it.
I'm not going to spoil it, but I'm just giving the general plot of what's about. But these women have to kind of all come together to kind of vote on what to do about like what choice to make and all that stuff. And it's very, very fascinating. And for a movie that's literally just a conversation piece for like an hour and 40 something minutes, I was riveted. This is one of the best screenplays of the year. The performances are all across the board excellent. But here's the like one issue with that. So like there are some films like, you know, you've got like The Whale we just talked about, where Hung Chau is amazing, Sadie Sink is amazing, but like there's a clear standout, and that's Brendan Fraser. Same with like Tar, where like all the other ones are amazing, but the clear standout is Cate Blanchett. The only issue here is that literally every single actor is on the same level. Like literally every single one. There's not one I think is better than the other. Like they are all equally excellent. That's I feel the issue with them nominating some of these actors is they're like, well, who do we nominate? Like they're all equal. Like they're all like equally excellent. And so I was just blown away by this movie. So whenever it gets a wide release in January, for y'all watching, I definitely recommend checking out Women Talking, because this film will just floor you. And will break you, and even have some comedic.
I want to see it so bad. I really do.
It's excellent.
You think I'll like it?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think you definitely will.
Do you know which one though looks the most interesting out of all of them? Is Greta. Is she the one with the glasses, right?
The glasses. Oh yeah, she was really excellent in that.
Oh yeah, too. Like Angela, like this is a crazy thing too. Up until November, this was actually favorites to win Best Picture.
And it's one that I honestly, after watching it, I would not be mad. I think it should.
No. Now I don't even. I think its nomination is actually up in the air now, because it's been like underperforming everywhere. It seems like too.
Yeah, it is. It could be. I will sit there being devastated if it misses, but it could miss Best Picture because of just how it's been performing.
Yeah, but I do want to see it though. I still do want to see it. You know, it seems like something that's like really interesting to me.
Yeah, and it's
How's Wishaw cute?
Ben Whishaw. Okay, so like they're all equal, but like if there was one performance, maybe Ben Whishaw was the best. Maybe like it, but he was excellent. Like so good. Like I would for sure have him in my top 5 for supporting, because like he was
okay. Like I don't know if this is a spoiler question. Some people would think it is, but I don't.
What?
Oh, okay. Who has more screen time then? Gene, because like I've heard that they're both like extended cameos. Okay, Gene Smart in Babylon, or Frances McDormand in Women Talking.
Oh, for sure, Gene Smart in Babylon. Frances
They have she's
McDormand.
more okay.
Yeah, Frances McDormand. She's in like the beginning, and then I feel like I think she's like in 2 other scenes. But like,
okay. Because
she's
like, that's
barely
spoiler,
barely in it. So yeah,
that's not really a spoiler, is it?
Not really.
Because like like Gene Smart though was excellent in Babylon. We'll talk about Babylon too.
Oh yeah. But real quick before we get to his number 7, Willie Rose says, "Can we just forget about the other Pinocchio? There was only the brilliant Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio." I agree.
I sent him Andrew. Like I actually stopped Mike from watching it. Do what I did.
You sent me that awful clip.
Yeah, Andrew. Have you seen that Pinocchio or no?
Nope.
Okay, Andrew. There's a Chris Pine joke.
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen that clip. That's painful.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
it is so bad.
I do recommend though, Andrew. I do recommend though to you Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio.
Oh, real quick though, before I get to your number 7, there's one thing I didn't mention about Women Talking now. I also want to mention that's not spoilerish, but like,
is the color grading?
That. But I honestly thought it it didn't take me out of it because I was already so emotional. That'd be like my only complaint would be the color grading, but I feel like it worked for this type of film, what it was going for. But also, like, I do want to say real quick that like it is like Sarah Polley now is like the queen of subtlety because her and another director we're going to get to here soon are like the queen of subtlety because like everything here is subtle. It's not in your face. It's not thrown. It's not manipulative. Some movies try to manipulate you into feeling emotion. It's like, oh, you're gonna cry. Here's crying. And no, it's like it feels real. It feels authentic. It feels like very natural, and I love it for that. But
she's actually not a bad actress either, though.
Which one?
Sarah Polley.
Yeah, she was in acting before she went.
And Splice. She was in Splice.
Oh yeah, she was in Splice. I remember that.
You know who she kind of looks like too, a little bit in a way?
Who?
The girl on Yellowstone.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
But yeah.
So what's your number 7, Andrew?
This is the last controversial pick, I believe. I thoroughly enjoyed Don't Worry, Darling.
Yeah.
I felt that Florence Pugh did spectacular in this movie. I really like Terry Styles and the mystery also in this story. Like I was wrapped up in it from the minute it started. Like you honestly have no clue where this story is going, of what direction it is going to go, but it still grabbed your attention. And I'm gonna say the dinner scene was probably one of the most tension-filled scenes that I've seen this year. Like where even in the theater, I felt uncomfortable that whole time during that dinner scene where she's asking all those questions.
Yes, she was really good though.
Oh yeah, Florence Pugh was excellent.
That movie, but that movie though, I actually enjoyed it more than most people. You know, like I was expecting it to be a train wreck, and it's not. You know,
I mean, it's not in my it's like mid-tier for me, but I still really.
You know what? It reminded me of WandaVision a little bit too.
A little bit, yeah. It was like
the whole like things are lurking underneath, you know, inside the perfect utopia.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah.
Yes, I thoroughly.
And then
loved
the film too. Now, like you know, like I might get a little political, but it ties into it. Do what the film actually does.
What?
The twist explains, you know, like why they would allow like people like multi-races in there, because you really think about it, if it was the 50s, they wouldn't really allow that.
Yeah,
that's what I mean, though. You know, because like that's one thing that always like throws me off is when the historical movies, when they'll have to throw in the friend group and they have to be like mixed race something in the 40s, 50s, and 60s. That would not have happened.
Yeah. it definitely. But
I'm not trying to get political, but you know,
yeah.
Yes.
But it's
more realistic.
But Don't Worry, Darling was definitely a fun surprise for sure. And one that I think is underrated. What is your number 7, Ross?
My number 7 is actually a controversial pick. RRR.
That dropped.
I'm dropping because I see movies I like more and more, but I still loved it. And then like it is like one of the most bonkers movies of the year. You know, like and Andrew was hinting at it too. It has the best dance number of the year.
Oh yeah. We're definitely going to get more into RRR as we go along because I definitely have it even higher on the list. And
it was my number 1 for a long time. Remember?
Oh yeah, same here. And then
me 3.
RRR right there.
It was all of our number 1s.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, you remember we did our June one and it was our number 1.
It was. Well, actually, I had Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Oh yeah.
But RRR was a very.
I consider that though your number 1 though technically. Do you know why?
Why?
Because it's mine. You know, RRR was my number 1 and Everything Everywhere All at Once was my number 2. So that's close enough. You know.
Oh yeah, that's true. And it's interesting, you know, doing this list and seeing how many of our when we did our halfway year point made it to our end year point.
Yeah, because like, you know, like I remember the Batman was really high up on mine.
Yeah, now it's dropped to honorable mention.
Yeah, because like 2+2, like, okay, I think the Batman would still be on my list if one thing didn't happen. That the tacked on climax.
Yeah, I think so too, and I agree. I think it would be higher on my list if it wasn't for that. But yeah, RRR was phenomenal. We're gonna get more into that here soon. But it's that one was really excellent. Definitely one of the ones that I had on my mid-year.
And people like it's not Bollywood either. It's not Bollywood.
It's Hollywood apparently. So that's like something different, which is. But I definitely makes me want to explore more Hollywood films. My number 7 is one that I wasn't really familiar with this director's work, and it made me want to explore his other stuff, and so I started doing that. But this was one that, out of Cannes, I was excited about because this won the Palme d'Or at the Cannes Film Festival, which some would even say is just as, if not even more prestigious than the Oscar. Like, it's a very big award. My second favorite movie of last year, Titan, won it. Parasite won it. Shoplifters won it. Like, there are a lot of great films have won the Palme d'Or. And so this year, the winner for that was Triangle of Sadness. And this, to me, was just blew my socks off. It was a satire that was almost like 2 different movies, because the first half of this film is a hilarious, witty satire with one of the funniest scenes of the year, one of the most disturbingly funny, one of the funniest scenes of the year I've ever seen. And then you get the second half of the film, which still has the humor, but it's more of like a melancholic kind of tone to it. Without spoiling anything, that's sort of what it goes for. And yeah, Triangle of Sadness
I don't know.
What was that? I was just to finish off my thoughts. Rest in peace to the main actress too, because she was super young and she died of a recent illness. I think that hit her, the main actress from the movie. I'm just trying to get her name here, but it's
Charlie Dean.
Charlie Dean, yeah. Rest in peace to her. She was excellent in the film. And then also Dolly De Leon, phenomenal in this movie. I thought she was excellent. Woody Harrelson was really fun. Like, the whole cast was great. One of my favorite screenplays of the year, just because of just how witty the writing is, but the themes of it. And like, this is the best Eat the Rich movie I've seen this year. So there's been kind of a good amount of them, like with Glass Onion, The Menu, other stuff. This is the best, like, Eat the Rich kind of themed movies that I've seen this year. It's really, really well done. So Triangle of Sadness, highly recommend. What were you gonna say though, Andrew?
I don't know what to feel about the movie. I'm like 37 minutes in. I just cannot get over. They spent 20 minutes talking about a check. They spent like 20 minutes.
The check was all themed. That was the themes of it. How he has all this privilege. She doesn't. It was this whole like. It was sort of a way to address the themes of the movie. So that's what a lot of the long conversations are about it.
I haven't started yet. I want to. I just ran out of time. But it is on my list. I still really do want to see it. Like apparently Dolly De Leon too is very good. And I looked up how the actress died too.
Yeah, wasn't it like an illness or something?
No, sepsis.
What's that?
It's an infection in the blood. So it's basically like blood poisoning.
Oof, that's so unfortunate. Yeah, because she was like young too. I think she was like 28 or something.
Oh look, yeah.
When she passed away, but way too young to leave this road. But
was she good too?
She was excellent.
Dolly De Leon though.
Dolly De Leon is maybe after Sing Hung Chow. I don't know. Both of them are like in the running for my favorite supporting performance of like female performance of the year. They were both really excellent. But yeah. So Triangle of Sadness, my number 7. What is your number 6, Andrew?
My number 6 is a movie that I probably have a lot higher on all of your lists. The Banshees of Inisherin. Now, this is a movie that it is incredibly weird and sad, but as I'm watching it, I'm like, I just felt so much feeling for these characters and this friendship that was deteriorating. Because my biggest anxiety is one day my friends will be like that guy, one day. I just don't like you anymore. We won't. Kind of like, that's an anxiety of mine. So I felt that, and this movie just so it goes so over the top, and I won't spoil anything of how much this guy doesn't like the other guy, and like all that stuff. And the performances were great, and the setting was great. Like, I loved the island.
Would you live there, Andrew?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I did too. And we'll definitely be talking about Banshees more because it's pretty high up on my list. So
and plus, too, Andrew, it is Andrew. If you really watch it again, you'll realize it is a comedy.
A very dark.
Well, I see that.
It's a
especially like when he says, "I think I like him now again."
Yeah, that part made me crack up, and then there's a few other parts that made me crack up. But yeah, very, very good movie that we'll get to talking more in depth on here soon. What is your number 6? Though?
All that I'm gonna say is the dude's fingers.
Yeah. What is your number 6, Ross?
The Whale.
Nice.
It was at number 5, until I saw my number 4 movie. So, so it dropped, but still, The Whale is amazing, guys, and I wish I could talk about it more, but it's spoilers, but still, you guys don't know until you see Brendan Fraser's physicality of it, because, he makes you feel like he is 600 pounds. It makes you feel like you're 600 pounds. Yes, and then, Sadie Sink is an awful person, but she gives an amazing performance in it. Everyone is good. And then they're you could feel like it was a play before. And guys, don't listen to the whole fat phobic thing and being gross. It's really not. I mean, there's points could be kind of, but that there's a scene where people say it's really gross and disgusting and horrific. I'm thinking it's supposed to be disgusting and horrific. It's not it's oh no.
Yeah. There was maybe one line that was like that for me, but the rest of the movie was pretty much in par with what I was expecting.
Yeah.
And it was, I mean, the daughter was both homophobic and fatphobic, so she was like kind of
too
she
like
was already kind of, but she was also a
well,
character you weren't supposed to root for. So
okay, like like there was a scene, which it's kind of like hinted at in the trailer a little bit. The computer scene was the most saddest for me too.
Oh my god, yeah, that was really emotional. But we're not gonna give away what it was. But yeah,
no, I won't.
But it's the Whale was I literally just watched it tonight, and it was excellent. I think that Brendan Fraser definitely deserves to win the Oscar, not just be nominated, win it. Hung Chow for sure deserves a nomination, if not the win. Like, she is really excellent in this. And yeah, I thought like the score, the cinematography, the way it was just
too. Like, this is the way you do a trailer, guys, too.
The
trailer hints at a lot of stuff and it gives away a lot, but it doesn't, because like you'll realize that it does when you watch the movie, instead of saying, like that trailer for Nope, where it gave away the whole movie.
Oh, it's not like that at all.
Did you watch the second trailer yet?
For the Whale, I did. Yeah,
that didn't give away a lot either. I was right, huh?
Yeah, I didn't really, because I still felt the emotion of this movie, and
too. And then like how he said that Sadie Sink is a bitch. I actually think though that there was a person who was worse than her.
Really? Which one?
The mom.
Yeah, I could maybe see that. She was really bad too. But that's a show, and I related a lot to Sadie Sink's character, just without the cruelty and meanness. Minus that, what she dealt with like why she's angry, I kind of was able to relate to. So
yeah, but Andrew, though, like Andrew, I really think you'll like it, but it's not a happy movie at all, Andrew.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
let's enjoy the holiday season with the Whale. Yeah. But yeah, great one.
Hong Chau was amazing.
She was. My number 6 is one that you just mentioned, Ross, but I'm like, I go back and forth between this and my number 6 and this and the other one at my number 5. But for right now, my number 6 is RRR. This is a film that blew me away, was fantastic. Thought that the fact I've already seen this film twice might make it higher than my number 5.
And then also plus being 3.5 hours too.
Yeah. It's just, and you never feel that runtime. Like, it is legit feels like a 2-hour movie. You're like, it flies by. You're invested into these characters. You're invested into their relationship, their friendship, just everything about him. I was blown away by the fact that this had musical numbers in there, while also giving us some like badass action sequences and just making this it's one of those films that I just really haven't ever seen anything like it, and it made me want to explore more Tollywood stuff. So and I love that Naatu Naatu, and this movie is getting awards love. It's just makes me so happy. So definitely RRR number 6 for me. It could be number 5 because 5 and 6 keep on battling head to head, but as of right now, as of this list today, ask me tomorrow, but as of this list today, it's number 6, and it's really, really an excellent one.
Olivia Morris was really good in it too.
Yes, she was. Oh, she was evil, but great.
No, she wasn't.
I thought you were talking about the girl from The Last Crusade.
No, Olivia, was the one that the guy fell in love with.
Oh, okay, I got confused. Yeah,
she was not evil, was she?
No. She was a sweetheart. I loved her character.
And I will be talking about this movie later on as well.
Yeah, because I know that it's really high up for you.
I tried to keep it high, but it just.
Well, we're now in the top 5 of the year, guys. These are the top 5 movies that affected us the most. What is your number 5, Andrew?
It took a decade, but James Cameron's Avatar: The Way of Water was truly magnificent. That I love the story. I like the story more in this one than the first one, actually. And I loved especially the ending. The ending, it felt very emotional. Everybody compares it to Titanic, and I'm like, I don't mind that. That's my favorite James Cameron movie of all time.
And
Like,
Kate
a lot of
Winslet
people,
makes,
though,
makes a reunion with him.
a lot of people think that like, you know, James Cameron was bashing Stranger Things when he came out and said he doesn't want to do the Stranger Things effect. I said, no, if you actually read it, he wasn't bashing it at all. You know what he said?
What?
He said that like he shot 2 and 3 together is because like he doesn't want to have the Stranger Things gap, you know, like it's where they take so long that they aren't kids anymore.
Oh,
And
yeah.
people said that like he's bashing Stranger Things when he says that. I'm thinking
he was not. But the thing that made it move to number 5 for me was I have never seen a movie as beautiful as this looks.
yeah, no, same.
I could have watched a whole 3-hour movie of it being underwater and just them interacting with the life underwater. I could have watched 3 hours of that, and I would have left a happy man. That's what moved it to number 5 for me. When I watched it again, I saw how truly beautiful this movie was.
Yeah.
Do you guys think that they're going to make a 5th one? Because I heard this movie. There's this false narrative going around that this movie's losing money. It is not losing.
Oh no, and it's going to have legs through January because there's no competition.
No,
it's
already at $1 billion.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, people. The $2 billion. You know, like the $2 billion thing is a myth.
What $2 billion?
You know how it has to break even just to make $2 billion is breaking even? No. It's James Cameron said he has to be the top movie domestic, which is about 7. It has to be a top 2 or 3 domestic.
Yeah,
about $800 to $900 million, and it's already there.
Oh yeah, already, which is really nice. So, but yeah, Avatar: The Way of Water. Saw it on my birthday. This was in 3D. This was a jaw-dropping experience for me. I thought that this was something that just was like, as someone who thought that the first Avatar was just okay,
and then you watched it again. Though
I watched it again, I liked it better. I still didn't like love it, but I liked it better. This one I absolutely loved. I thought this one
Slang saved the first one for me.
Yeah, it sort of did. Sort of like
no, Slang.
Oh, Slang. Oh yeah,
Stephen Lang. He was the best part about the first, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. And then so same with this, honestly. He was excellent in this film, and it makes me excited to see where this universe goes.
Especially part 5.
Yeah.
Did you hear about what they're doing for part 5?
What?
Earth.
Yeah, I am really interested in that. That'll be
but nice this film leaves some questions opening. I can't wait.
Yeah. So,
especially about somebody's father. We don't know who it is.
Sure. But what is your number 5, Ross?
Till.
Oh yeah, still need to see Till.
Till's amazing, but it's a hard watch, but still, you know.
Yeah. How is it compared to some of the other civil rights?
In the beginning, I was like, you know, it's not as good, but still, it's very good. You know, like it's because, you know, like this one like has a court case like them, but you know, like, but still, you know, like Daniel Detweiler.
Oof.
She might be better than, in my opinion, she might be a little bit better than Cate Blanchett, because, you know, like she actually has feeling.
Yeah.
But still, you know, like you know, like Till's amazing. You know, like I was like, you know, I wasn't loving it in the first half, but then it got really good, and then, you know, like, and then now I've been bragging about her performance. Her performance is the reason to go just to watch it.
Yeah, I definitely want to see it for her performance alone. but
Do you think she'll get nominated? Because some people think she'll miss. No.
I think she still gets in. I don't think she's in the winning conversation much anymore, but I think
I think she's like 2 or 3 for me.
Yeah.
Because there's a performance coming up though, for Best Actress that I don't think even could be nominated. Could be also said supporting too.
Which one?
You'll see on my next pick.
Oh, okay.
And you can figure it out.
Yeah. My number 5 is one that was in Andrew's honorable mentions. And that is the happy but also emotional surprise of the year. Yes, this motherfucker cried at Marcel the Shell with Shoes On.
I haven't seen it yet. Do you think I'll like it or?
I think you will love it. This little shell, it's just, you can't not fall in love with it. This little shell is just adorable, but also the film is so emotional. There is without giving away too much, there are some scenes with the shell's grandmother, and as someone who is very close to my grandma, I was heavily affected by those scenes, and I thought the emotion behind this movie was just so impeccable, while also giving us a beautiful coming of age story through the lens of a seashell. So
I know was in a lot of movies too.
I know it technically, in my book, because it has live action, I don't necessarily count it, but by the Oscars standards and award standards, it does classify as an anime movie. So this would be the anime movie on my top 10 list, because Marcel the Shell with Shoes On was superb. So.
Oh yeah, too, and plus it actually has an actress. The Shell was actually played by an actress in Everything Everywhere All at Once, which we'll get to. Jenny Slate.
Oh, really? Yeah, I do. Yeah. Oh, yeah. She plays the Shell. I think she's played the Shell in the shorts too.
No, yeah, but she's also in Everything Everywhere All at Once, and she was also in the Lego Batman movie.
Oh yeah, wasn't Jenny Slate the one with the dog and Everything Everywhere All at Once?
Yes, and then but you know who she was in the Lego Batman movie though?
Who?
Harley Quinn.
Oh really? Wow,
She was also in Venom.
Oh really? Who did she play?
Remember the doctor, the one who says I'm not even supposed to let you in here?
Oh yeah, sort of, barely.
Nolan's favorite movie. Nolan's favorite movie of all time.
I barely remember Venom at all, so that's why.
Well, though Venom was better than Venom 2.
That's true, but
Venom 2 was awful.
But yeah, so that's my number 5. Now heading on to our top 4. Andrew, what is your number 4?
Okay, get me a peanut butter and banana sandwich, because we're gonna be talking about Elvis. Yes, I love my picks, and Elvis was one that was really good to me. It wasn't the most special. It wasn't the most special one that I have ever seen, but it was still truly a great movie. Austin Butler to me is my best actor, win guy, And I felt like Tom Hanks did a good job as the Colonel. This story just makes you see the downfall of Elvis Presley. And my favorite scene was the scene with the, all I'm gonna say is when he's supposed to do a Christmas song.
Mm-hmm.
And he makes everybody think he is. And then he surprises everybody at the end. That is truly the most emotional scene in the movie that I'm like, I love this movie. Could have been shorter maybe, but to me it really didn't affect the movie. And the Colonel played a really good villain. He played a really good villain. Not the most entertaining villain of the year. We will get to that in the next one, but to me, he truly played a sniveling, conniving manager. in probably all of the biopics, this is the number one most sniveling and conniving. I just love this movie, Elvis. It definitely deserves its number 4 spot.
So yeah, whenever I first watched Elvis, I remember being really blown away by it, but over the time it's kind of dropped down significantly for me. I rewatched it again and I find Tom Hanks' performance to be laughable.
I get that.
It's just like Elvis Presley, the way he talks, like it's so cheesy and overdone. It's like the Jared Leto of this year from House of Gucci. Like I feel like that's sort of what it is. But like it's interesting seeing Tom Hanks play a villain again. But that part, other than Austin Butler's performance, like his performance was superb. It really, like the makeup I thought was kind of overdone, and there was a few other things in there I thought was kind of overdone. I did not know though that Olivia DeJonge, if that's how you say her name, played Priscilla Presley. She was that girl in The Visit and Better Watch Out, stuff like that, which was like really, really cool to see her pop back in there again. I didn't realize that until I watched Better Watch Out this year, but I was like, what? That's so cool. But yeah, and then they had some more great cast in there. But yeah, the rap music also. I was not a big fan of that being put into this film, but yeah, it's got its moments for sure.
It's not bad, but I like it less and less the more I think about it. But Austin Butler is amazing, but still, like Andrew, I think honestly, when you watch The Whale, you'll be in Brendan Fraser's camp, but still, like Austin Butler was good. It's just a movie, and it's probably gonna win Best Editing.
Probably, and the editing is also another thing that bugged me too. Is it's too fast editing.
Again, I love that style. Moulin Rouge.
No, Moulin Rouge I can handle with it.
Yeah, Moulin Rouge did it well. I feel like this film was like overdone.
I love the Baz Luhrmann fast editing style, so I liked it.
I hated The Great Gatsby.
Yeah.
I still really enjoyed The Great Gatsby. It was really good. I loved it.
But what's your number 4, Ross?
My number 4 is Babylon.
Nice.
I thought that this would make my worst of the year, judging by that party scene, because the party scene just went on way too long.
Mm-hmm.
But then when they actually got to the movie making, I loved it. Yeah. And then you're like it just and plus two, I don't really think this movie really has a lead if you really think about it.
Yeah,
there's 4 main characters, so so then Margot Robbie was good, but she didn't blow me away like I thought she would have. But Diego Calva was amazing, and Brad Pitt was good.
Brad Pitt was, as far as the characters go, I'm not going to spoil for those who haven't seen it, but Brad Pitt's arc in the film, I actually think that his character was the best character in the movie.
I'll go with him or the let me look up the guy's name. I can't say his name right, but you guys will know who I mean when I say it. Okay, and then he was actually involved in the most offensive scene in the movie too, and it's supposed to be offensive, make you mad.
Which guy are you talking about?
Oh, let me look it up.
Oh, are you talking about the guy who played the trumpet?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because he was great. I loved him.
Yeah, but
and that scene was truly one of the best scenes in the movie.
How mad it made me.
Yeah.
Because with the makeup and people, you think that the makeup really, it's actually worse than you'd think.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because you remember when they made him put on the makeup, in the South.
That made me so angry to see that, but it was so
he was in a lot of stuff too.
I thought I recognized his face.
It was also in Fences, Mother, Overlord, Babylon, and he was also in the Watchmen show.
Oh yeah, he was
with Hong Chow.
Yeah, with Hong Chow as well.
But but still, this movie, does not feel 3 hours at all.
Yeah, it flies by, and I loved the ending of this movie too. We're not going to give away what it was.
Critic, a critic, you know.
Yeah.
I did feel
disagree.
like it was a little
Disagree
bit
with
too like Lord of the Rings: Return of the King.
Say what?
I felt like it was too Lord of the Rings: Return of the King at that part a little bit, but I still enjoyed it.
Yeah. I did too. It didn't quite make my list, but was very close. My number 4 is one I know Ross finds overrated, but I loved it and was blown away by Tar with Cate Blanchett, my favorite actress, knocking it out of the park. That's a really cool poster. And yeah, she blew my socks off, gave what might be the best performance of the year. It's between her and Brennan now, but yeah, she was superb in every way. Nina Haas was excellent. That one girl from Portrait of a Lady on Fire, and blinking on her name, she was excellent. And the girl who was like that main cello player in this movie, it was her first ever film role, and because she's a real professional cello player, she was excellent in the film. And yeah, just the themes of not only cancel culture, but like how far you will go to reach perfection was so powerful to me. And some people have been saying that this film does feel cold, but like I feel like that's intentional. I feel like it's meant to feel that way because she's a cold person at heart that you're dealing with. And so I feel like with the themes that it's trying to convey, I feel like it was purposely, like I feel like being cold was intentional. So I was blown away by Tar. I loved it. And on a rewatch, I rewatched it again just to see if it solidified, and I held up even better on a rewatch. I caught more stuff out of it on a rewatch. It almost became like another genre of film on a rewatch, honestly. It was like kind of interesting.
Like what type of film did it become?
I have not seen it.
Like it's kind of like almost like a psychological horror film.
Andrew, I really don't know if it would be for you though. I don't know, Andrew.
Yeah, I don't know if it would be for you, but yeah, it was. The sound design was immaculate. I thought, yeah, there's a lot of great stuff here. And the directing by Todd Field. He comes back 16 years later to do this movie. The directing, there's a whole one-shot scene when she's giving this big monologue, teaching in a class. It's all done in one shot. And that was like excellent, as well as a few other directed scenes in this film. But yeah, Tar is definitely one of the best movies of the year in my book. So that's my number 4. Now we are into our top 3, guys. We're getting down to the nitty gritty of this list. So starting with number 3, what's your number 3, Andrew?
If you told me that on all the services, my number 1 film would come from here, I would have called you crazy. But Weird, the Al Yankovic story, and Weird Al is one of my idols. I have idolized this guy for years. I've loved his music ever since I was a kid, and as soon as there was gonna be a movie by him, I was nervous. I was like, please tell me they're going to be doing this guy again, who I consider one of my heroes of comedy. Respect, and they do that in buttloads, and there's moments that in any other movie you would be like, they're jumping the shark, but I'm watching this, I'm like, in a Weird Al movie, this is perfect, and Madonna in this movie is the most entertaining villain of the year. Like, she's literally hilarious from start to finish. Ever since Dr. Evil and Austin Powers, I have not seen a villain be so funny and so evil at the same time. And Daniel Radcliffe did an amazing job as Al, and there was so many times they would make references to the song, and it wouldn't be perfect. And all I'm gonna say is his father's backstory in where he grew up involved one of my favorite Weird Al Yankovic songs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know.
I truly was like,
so good.
Damn, that part hit me.
Yeah. Weird the Al Yankovic story was definitely a fun one. It would be in my honorable mentions. I didn't mention it in my honorable mentions portion, but I'll mention it now. Yeah, it would definitely be in my honorable mentions.
Yeah, same.
It was a fun like biopic, probably the best musical biopic. That's saying something that I've seen in a while. It's really really well done, and I thought as far as Evan Rachel Wood as Madonna, Ross and I have talked about it. I have to look back at my list. I don't know if she'd be in my 5 anymore, but like I would still though say, as far as a comedic performance goes, Evan Rachel Wood would be deserving of an Academy Award.
Yeah, too. Like I think that genre too could go away for a little bit.
Which genre?
The musical biopic.
Yeah, but for Weird Al, I like the spin that it.
No. I just mean though, I mean like, okay, Weird Al was good, but I'm talking about like stuff like I Want to Dance with Somebody.
Yeah, or like
I love those movies. I want to see more of them.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I want to see more too. It's just though they all feel like they're almost the same movie now.
Yeah, like Bohemian Rhapsody felt like Rocket Man, which felt like Elvis, which felt like it's like they all kind of start feeling more.
Bohemian Rhapsody came out first.
It did. I know it came out first, but I'm saying they all feel like Bohemian Rhapsody.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. It all feels.
You know
like
why they did it though? Do you know why?
What? Why?
It was almost $1 billion film.
Yeah.
And you know how much it was? Do you know how close it was to being $1 billion?
Didn't it make like 900 million?
910.
910. Wow, that's insane.
Oh, it was second. Oh yeah, and Andrew Michael has proof though that it was second in the Oscar race that year.
Yeah, it was Bohemian Rhapsody was second place to win, which is kind of crazy. But
it would have been one of the worst winners ever.
That would have been.
I would love to see a Beatles biopic. I would die to see a Beatles biopic.
Oh yeah, that would be fun. That would be
or
fun.
A Frank Sinatra biopic. That would also.
Yesterday was so disappointing. Oh my
No.
god.
Yesterday, I loved Yesterday.
I was disappointed with that one, but
I loved Yesterday.
Yeah. So,
but yeah,
going on to my Ross, your number 3.
My number 3 is The Banshees of Inisherin.
My number 3 as well. We're both gonna have it in a number 3. Boom.
Because, I actually think that the Joker gave the best performance in the movie.
Oh yeah, Barry Keoghan.
Yeah, about Barry Keoghan, he was arrested. I remember people were making jokes about it. Do you know why?
Why?
He got for being drunk in public, and they say, "Newsflash, Irishman drunk." In other news, water wet.
That's funny. That's funny. The Irishman got arrested for what? Drunken behavior.
Yep. In other news, water wet.
Welcome to Ireland.
Yeah, but still, you like this movie though. This movie actually is darkly funny, and then Colin Farrell might just win the Oscar. I hope. I wouldn't be mad.
I would not be mad though. He is.
You should already have an Oscar though. Do it for.
He's long overdue.
Do it for.
What?
Saving Mr. Banks. He should have won it for.
Oh yeah, that he was really great in that.
But
then there's a few other ones that he was excellent in that. Like The Lobster and other stuff like that.
Daredevil.
Actually, he wasn't.
Daredevil wasn't that. Okay. I don't hate Daredevil. I don't hate Daredevil like most people.
I don't either. But
no. But yeah, still. But this movie though is actually really funny, and then the story's super deep.
Oh yeah. What did you think? He says I finished Banshees last week on Disney Plus and says
wow, that's on Disney Plus.
Yeah, in Canada it's on because they have that thing called Star.
Just thinking about the finger scene being on Disney Plus.
Oh my lord. Yeah. But yeah, Banshees to me is my number 3 as well. I thought that this film was superb. It was the themes about legacy, the themes of when we die, how do we want to be remembered? Do we want to be remembered as just someone who just sat around and just, had conversations, or do we want to like be remembered for making something that will stick with people forever?
Do you know which
And
one too though? Do you which one that I love too that I forget one quick brought up? I forget the name, so I can't quote them, but what they said?
what?
They said it'll make you question your own friendships. Do you know why?
Yeah, why?
Was this person really ever my friend?
Yeah. It definitely does that. Like my mom, even she says that like now she's like done watching bad movies. She's like, I'm getting older in my life. I want to live life of only watching stuff that's really good. And it's like the same thing of like, I want to live life where I want to live it right now at this age. Because the thing is, we're not that age. So we may look back at this and we may agree with Brendan Gleeson's take. Like
I kind of do a little bit, but the whole like boring thing,
Yeah. Boring thing.
Remember, like, is how like that's the movie hints that that's why it's not a spoiler.
Yeah.
The movie hits it, like it's because he's so Colin Farrell's kind of boring, and he is. And
it's interesting though because it takes a different turn. Like you may disagree with Brendan in the first half of the film, but then as soon as the second half comes, you're kind of on Brendan's side because of the direction Colin Farrell's character goes. So it's
because like he starts off as you're like, come on, just let him, but then the guy will not listen.
And it's like learn to back off, bro. But it's really, really well done. Darkly comedic.
And like I've been both.
All the characters. Oh yeah, for sure. I love all the characters. All the performances are excellent. Carrie Condon is like the heart of the movie. She was great. And I loved how it explored the Irish Civil War as well. I thought that was really interesting to
it's better than Belfast.
Way better on that front. And then also as far as the script goes, this is my favorite screenplay of the year, like tied with like Women Talking. But this is like my favorite screenplay of the year, for sure. And it's like it's just so well done there.
Yes,
so,
and then I love Martin McDonagh. Andrew, have you ever seen In Bruges?
No.
Oh, there's a part, Andrew, where you will cry from laughter.
Oh
with the fat Americans.
I'll have to check that out.
With the fat Americans, like they asked, like Colin Farrell, like I wouldn't go up there. He goes, "Excuse me, sir, why?" And then I go like, "Well, not to be offensive, but you're all a bunch of fat fucking elephants." You start to chase around.
It's so great, and seeing them both work together again is
it's funny.
So good.
Okay.
But yeah, so now on to the top two. Andrew, what's your number two?
I think we have the same top two.
So Ross, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
So since it's clear everybody knows my number two and my number one, so
I don't know your number two yet.
Oh yes, I did. Since I said I'll be talking more about that later.
Yeah. You're right.
So here's my question: should I say my number one and then go back to number two?
No, just
do number two because we're about to do our number two. So.
Because I think Mike and I have the same two and one.
We have the same top three. No, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. Number two, in my opinion, is RRR.
Whoa!
Yeah.
That I didn't like to watch a lot of foreign movies. The reading and the watching and the reading and the watching and the reading and the watching. I can't do both at the same time. I gave RRR a try. It was truly a magnificent movie. I will defend this movie until the day I die. That this was a truly beautiful movie. It was fun. It was exciting. It was intense. It was emotional. And that dance scene, I need to watch that and Good Afternoon again to know which one is number one. This is going to be the hardest decision that I make this year because this is truly a magnificent movie. It had the action was even better than blockbusters of this year.
Yes.
And it is truly a special movie. That's all I'm gonna say. But again, gonna keep this one short because number one it's gonna be a long one for me.
Hey Andrew, though, like I got this thing though that I have you cracking up, okay? Because like 2 weeks ago or last week, I forget. Like we did my top 64 favorite movies, and then our friend Jordan, you know, the one that we want you to meet. He said like I'm not a big fan of those like pretentious artsy fartsy foreign films. And then like he asked me, is RRR that? And then we started laughing, going, no, it is not pretentious. All of them, like he ended up loving it.
It's the opposite of pretentious.
Yeah, this film is, I feel like, a film for everyone. And like you mentioned how and like you mentioned, like this is better than a lot of other blockbusters.
I can't wait for the sequel.
I can't either. A lot of blockbusters.
I'm excited for the sequel as well.
I am too.
Because it's not going to be a traditional sequel.
I'm trying to find somebody to see that in theaters with me when that comes out.
Oh, I'm definitely going to see it in theaters this time.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you think that Ari would like it? Because I know Austin will just love it.
Oh yeah, I think they both would for sure. But
and Nolan too. I can
talking about action that is better than a lot of blockbusters. That is a good segue to both Ross and I's number 2, which is
Everything Everywhere All at
Once. Boom! Love this movie to death. This film, from the action to the story, this is a better multiverse movie than a movie titled Multiverse of Madness. It handles the multiverse in like the best way I've ever seen. Michelle Yeoh was like so good in this movie. Stephanie Hsu, you better fucking nominate her instead of Jamie Lee Curtis. And then also like, which Jamie Lee Curtis was also good,
yeah, too. Like, okay. Okay. Now, like, if she were to get nominated and win, she will be the second worst career award ever. Do you know which one I put number 1?
Who?
Al Pacino.
Oh, for Son of a Woman.
Yeah. Do you know why? Do you know who he's going up against that year?
Who?
A little film called Chaplin.
Oh, Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, and then Denzel Washington's Malcolm X.
Oh, yeah, that.
And then let's see who else is nominated. Okay, Stephen Ray for the Crying Game.
Wow.
And then Clint Eastwood in Unforgiven.
Oh yeah,
and then the worst performance that year won.
Yeah, those are all better ones.
Because like Charlie Chaplin, I thought though, I thought he should have won.
The third worst career award though would be if Jamie Lee Curtis wins, it would be Laura Dern in Marriage Story. So because that also was like she was good, but not like Scarlett Johansson, Jojo Rabbit good, or not Florence Pugh, Little Women good, but she was all right in that. But Ke Huy Quan though, oh man, what a comeback! He stole the movie for me. He's winning everywhere, deserves to win.
Do you think Andrew? Did you like him in it?
He was pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, I thought
I need to rewatch this movie, honestly.
And then plus talking about he looks really good for his age too.
Oh yeah, and I actually have the in fact,
you know how old he is?
How old?
51.
He does look good. Jeez. I just wanted to show off on 4K. I've got the Walmart.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
The Walmart edition that comes with all the googly eyes on the front. So
I got one of the best movies on. I got one of the best movies ever on 4K for Christmas too. So.
Oh, nice.
Green Mile.
Oh yeah, that's.
I don't know. I honestly think that no joke. That's one of the best movies ever made.
Oh, I agree. It's in like my top 15 of all time.
Yeah, so. too. But you know what though? Okay, like the Crying Game, the Schmoes now ruined for me though.
Really?
Because like they spoil. You remember like that whole bit they did? You remember what, like with the whole twist about it? Remember that one? How they kept saying it?
Oh yeah.
Or remember when they're like, she's got a cock.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but still, it's a 30-year-old movie, so.
It is, but
yeah, but still, but this one, Ke Huy Quan better win this film. I think could actually win Best Picture. I honestly do.
I think it could, yeah. And it's one of those films that was like a spiritual experience for me. So I watched this film in theaters, and I expected to be blown away. I expected to like it, but like holy shit. I literally sat there and like my jaw was on the floor. I was walking out of the theater and I was walking back to the car and I don't even remember literally getting up out of my chair, getting into the car, going home. I was in like a trance. I was like,
I'll be back.
it's fine. Yeah. I was like in a trance. It was like some sort of like crazy hypnotized state of mind I was in because I don't even remember. And like I filmed myself on TikTok just walking like my mind was blown or something like that. I don't even remember filming the TikTok. I came home. I was like, wait, what? I filmed this? Like I don't remember doing any of that. And then it was like one of those situations where I was like so just awestruck at the fact that they were able to make something so goofy, so wild, so entertaining, but then also make one of the most emotional movies and deepest films I've seen in quite some time. I felt so emotional over a scene with just two rocks talking about what it's like to be a rock. Like, oh my God, was this movie so good. So, but yeah, I absolutely think that everything everywhere all at once is
and then Andrew, it's the favorite
everything everywhere all at once. It was phenomenal. And so
it
yeah,
is the favorite. It's the favorite to win Best Picture too.
I think so, and I'm not be upset if it won.
But there's one thing though, Andrew, like, you want to know the crazy thing though? I don't know if we told you this yet, but guess what?
What?
You remember how good the special effects were, right?
Yep.
They were done by 5 guys on Zoom who never went to school for special effects. They actually studied it by free YouTube videos.
Yeah.
What? They did that through YouTube? That's amazing.
They learned how to do those effects.
And you know what the saddest part of all is? It didn't even make the visual effects shortlist.
Yes, and Andrew, like making the shortlist,
yeah, Oscars.
It's a big deal though, Andrew. Do you know why? Let's say that your film doesn't make the shortlist to be nominated, it ain't getting nominated. It's not eligible.
Yeah. And it didn't show up at a lot of shortlists. Like it wasn't in makeup and hairstyling shortlists. I remember being upset at that. It wasn't in the VFX shortlist. So hopefully that and RR can still get in there. I mean, I still think everything everywhere all at once. It's still getting in, but hopefully it has a better
picture. Yeah. Oh no, it's one of the lots.
Yeah, for sure.
But Jeff Snyder doesn't think so.
But yeah, so number 1.
Too weird. He thinks it's too weird for the Academy.
The Academy is branching out. I mean,
no.
I'll let you guys go first for your number 1 since you guys have the same one.
And you know what it is, Andrew.
Yeah, number 1 is After Sun. What a beautiful masterpiece of film this one is. I cannot wait to own the Blu-ray. This is my favorite A24 film. This is my favorite movie of the year. What they were able to do with a film that is so quiet but also tells you so much about love, about life, about family, about about memories, about how we want to be remembered. Again, about how we want to be remembered when we die. Another thing there about like legacy. So many themes are wrapped up in this movie, and it's done in such a subtle way. And this is one of those films that, like I told you before we watched it together, this is one of those films that, like, you know, it's written by someone, you know, it's directed by someone, you know, it's acted by actors. It doesn't feel like that though. All these actors feel like they're just living life, and then the writing does not even feel like it was pages or that it was words written to pages. It feels like real life, just authentic, the way people would talk. It is, and same with like the directing style. Like Charlotte Wells' debut here is phenomenal. This film like affected me on such an emotional level to the point that I literally called texted my dad, told him how much I loved him afterwards, And then I went over to mom whenever she got home, and I like hugged her.
Has she seen it yet?
Not yet. She really wants to. I really want to show her it, but
Do you think she'll like it too?
I think she would too. Yeah. But I literally hugged her, told her how much I loved her, and this film, there's very few films to affect me on that level, and After Sun did. This is one that just floored me, and I am still thinking about it even to this day. And that Under Pressure scene, the ending, never gonna listen to it the same way again. But man, is this like my favorite scene of the year and my favorite movie of the year. It's so well done. But yeah, Ross, you talk about After Sun.
Yeah, I love this movie. People think it doesn't. I always show people who say they didn't like it, because nothing happened. I show them the scene, I show them the Oscar first video, and they're like, Ari's gonna be watching it next week, I think, and I don't know if he'll like it.
Yeah, I don't
Do you
know.
think he will? Or...
Yeah, I don't know, because it's very like, I know that like our friend Jordan didn't like it because he said it was just a bunch of nothing that happened, and it's like there's actually a lot that happened, but it's just very subtle. It doesn't spoon feed you answers. So
I enjoyed it, but it wasn't in my top 10. But I still did enjoy it.
Yeah. It's
just like The Whale does not spoon feed you stuff. A lot of it is like metaphorical.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's a lot of it is metaphorical. A lot of it is like feels very honest.
Yeah.
And like the girl, Paul Mescal, I already said he was really great, but Frankie Corio, who's like the 11-year-old girl, she captures that innocence of an 11-year-old girl, and while also like giving you a layered performance that was just exceptional. And so yeah, all around, After Sun is the movie of 2022 for me. I don't think that I don't think that'll change, even with any of the stuff I watch here in the future. Yeah.
And then the Whale, though, like still now like was my number one most anticipated movie, but still like people think that because I have that number 6 it's bad. It is not bad. It's a great movie. It's just
Oh yeah, but it's a great film year.
And then I'll be talking about the symbolism after about the whale. That one thing that actually I had to explain to Ari.
Oh yeah.
About the Bible thing.
Yeah, but don't spoil it here.
It's not real. I mean,
Oh yeah, but
but
Andrew, what's your number one?
Well, to my response, shame on you guys for not putting this at number one. It's like having 7 people in a room, putting a loaded gun on the table, and turning off the lights. Yes, Glass Onion is my number one favorite movie of the year. Now, I loved Knives Out. And I was hoping that this was going to be on par or slightly close to on par with Knives Out. A little under. I would not have been upset with, but because everything can't be perfect. This was so much better, and the writing in this movie was so smart. Like how Four-Way Lines had set up at the end, and I cannot believe that. And you said the first one had a better mystery. All that I'm gonna say is they literally kind of gave it away halfway through the movie. This movie doesn't do that. It leaves you wondering the entire movie and just how everybody has motives, and how when he's explaining who did it, you're like, holy shit, that was that, and that was that, and it makes complete sense. I was watching it with a friend. They were having theories and everything, and I'm like, just you wait till you find out who did it.
Yep.
And I forget how he phrased it, but what did he say to Birdie in that scene when she was saying that she just somebody that tells the truth?
Oh
What's
yeah,
that
yeah.
line that Benoit says?
Someone that
Ari's been posting it lately too.
yeah, I forget, but it was really, really good.
Oh yeah, too. Like, and then like, you know, guys, I have a funny story about this. You know, like which I won't say. You know, I'll allude to. Okay, I read that somebody was cast right in it.
Mm-hmm.
So then and then they said their part was like undisclosed.
Mm-hmm.
So then I wonder where this person's gonna show up. And when they open up the door, I went, oh my god! And the initials are HG.
Oh yeah,
that could be anybody.
Okay. I know exactly who you were. We're talking about, and like every character was really good. They did a really good job. But you having these, as the movie says, shitheads in the movie, but yet you are enjoying every moment they're on screen. You know these people are terrible humans, but you're watching it and you're going, damn, these guys are entertaining to watch. To watch, you know, they truly are, and from the first minute to the last minute, it was on screen, and the ending was perfect. The ending I loved even more than the ending of the first one. How justice is given is literally, I applauded what the person who stopped the crime did.
Yeah, and it definitely is like feel like it was almost kind of more twisty and turny because like it definitely did some things.
There was a lot of things that could be that you could see coming, right? You know, a lot of the twists. You know, some of them were obvious, but there was one, the halfway through twist, that I did not see coming.
Me neither. Yes. I was like shocked by that. I was
you
like,
think
"Whoa,
this film
what?"
could win an Oscar? Because I honestly do. I do. You know which one I think it could win?
Which one?
Supporting actress.
Yeah, I think Janelle Monáe is definitely. I think she's now locked into 5. I think she is.
Should not.
Yes,
she should already been nominated before.
I would love Daniel Craig to be nominated as well. But Janelle Monáe deserves a nomination.
I agree. She was the standout. Everyone was great though, but and yeah, the writing of the film was excellent. The mystery of it overall was excellent. And at first, I didn't like the whole fact that they were implementing COVID in there, but as it went along,
it made more sense, right?
I got more used to it. It was okay.
And she's trying so hard not to say anything. You can tell.
Yeah,
because like that one joke though did make me laugh.
Which joke?
Okay, I think it's like early enough in the movie. You know, when they all get their vaccines, like in 2020.
Oh yeah. That
yeah, when they say like stick out your tongue.
And when he's playing Among Us, it's like that was really funny. So yeah, there was definitely some.
Well, we could play Quiplash or Codebirds.
Yeah, that's
throw Cards Against Humanity in there, and it would have been perfect.
That's definitely one of the best mystery movies I've seen in quite a while.
I cannot wait for the third one.
Same. And can't wait to see that in theaters again.
I cannot wait. Oh yeah, speaking of like mysteries though, I hope the Alex Cross show is good because that's one of my favorite book series. Because like, do you know how many books he's been in, Alex Cross?
How many?
Like 32, I think.
Jeez.
No, but like each one though, what like is different case, and I hope to with this. But guess what will happen sometimes?
What?
He'll think the killer's dead. But the killer like is actually like hiding somewhere, and they'll show up like at the end of like. At the end of the book, you know, like he'll say, you know, like the killer be like hiding somewhere, and then they'll say, "I'm coming for you, Dr. Cross," and then like 4 books later, he'll finally start coming after him again. So you'll forget.
Wow, I would love to see a murder mystery where like the person trying to solve the case is the murderer, but he's
I've
trying
read
to
books like that before.
but he's trying to like
that
he's-
would be fun to watch.
like
That would be
like
great
he's
to
trying
see.
to prove his innocence.
I actually,
to people.
yeah,
I
but,
think that'd be
like
beautiful.
there was a true crime story that could work like that too. Do you know who it was?
Who?
John Ord, the guy I told you about. Knew what he was? He was
What?
an arson investigator, right?
Mhm.
He was actually setting the fires that he was investigating.
Oh wow. Okay, yeah.
And Paul
That's-
Walter Hauser
that's
should
really
play
good.
him.
That would be yeah. That would be.
Um,
I can see you love Paul.
No,
Walter.
I'm not saying that. You know why too?
Why?
I know looks like him.
Nice. But going into other guest top tens, here are Brian Nussbaum's top 10 of the year.
Morning, guys. I am gonna get going.
Oh, okay.
Will you be back or no?
I may come back.
All right. And, oh, Michael, just
Yeah.
click on it real quick. I sent the link to him.
All right. What up? I'm just trying to see. Oh yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, but no, not saying because I love Paul Walter Hauser, but he kind of does look like him a little bit, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does a little bit. But yeah, Brian Nussbaum says for his top 10, he's got number 1, The Fabelmans. I'll still say that's an honorable mention. I liked. I don't know. I don't know. I'm very lukewarm on The Fabelmans, personally. But number
It's
2
too long.
is Elvis. Number 3 is Top Gun Maverick. Number 4 is Beavis and Butthead.
I never saw it yet.
Number 5 is Jackass Forever. I know you liked that one a lot. Number 6
Even
is
though I didn't put that in there, do you know why?
why?
It's not really a movie.
Yeah, but it still counts, I guess, in the 2022 list. But 6 is Hustle. 7 is Wakanda Forever. 8 is Banshees. 9 is Sonic 2, and then 10 is A Christmas Story Christmas. Nice list.
Yeah, and I loved you in A Christmas Story Christmas, Mike.
So yeah,
Does he
I-
kind of does a little?
a little bit. If I was clean shaved.
What do you
then
think
yeah.
though? What do you think about though Mark Ellis's brother?
Was he in A Christmas Story Christmas?
No. Remember how I sent you out? Kind of looks like you too.
Oh yeah.
Are you? That is Wolf.
Yeah, I see that. And then Willie Rose says, out of what I've seen, number 1, Everything Everywhere All at Once. Number 2, Fabelmans. You guys like the Fabelmans more than we do. Number 3 is Banshees. Number 4 is Top Gun Maverick. Number 5 is Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. Number 6 is Hustle. Number 7 is Glass Onion. Number 8 is Avatar. Number 9 is Apollo 10.5. I've been really wanting to see that. I hope I can get to that.
How was Pearl? Do you think I'll like Pearl or?
Oh yeah, Pearl was excellent. Pearl was
Because
another.
I didn't like
honorable
X.
mention,
I didn't
guys.
like X at all.
I think you'll really like Pearl though, even regardless. I think because Pearl is a totally different film than X, so I think you'll definitely like that one. But X, I did like it. That'd be an honorable mention as well as Pearl, as well as Barbarian, some of those other horror movies. But yeah, that's a great top 10.
Yeah, it is.
And then she also, or they also say, great list, guys. Gives me a bunch to look forward to. Can pretty much guarantee the top 10 I just posted will change. Well, hey, even if it doesn't, that's what's great about.
The fun part is, do you know what the fun part about
film.
it about the years too?
What?
If you always think, okay, this film is nowhere, it's no way near it's leaving my top 5.
Yeah.
And later on in the year,
Yeah, I thought that with Top Gun Maverick, and then it left my top 10. So, and then we've got Leo with Bush says, even now, after all the films I've seen this year, Everything Everywhere All at Once is my very top pick. The amount of times I think about it, quote it, and having the most relatable chosen one.
Yeah, hey, it's our number 2 for a reason.
It is. And I will say that like it's the most rewatchable film for me this year for sure. Like I think I've seen it like 4 times already, and I want to see it again. Like it's really, really great. And rewatchable, quotable, like you said. It's got all that stuff. But yeah, it's just After Sun just barely edges it out, but they're both really excellent films. So yeah, again, rounding out my top 10, I've got number 1, After Sun, number 2, Everything Everywhere All at Once, number 3 was Banshees of Inisherin, number 4 is Tar, number 5 is Marcel the Shell with Shoes On, number 6 is actually, you know what, I might switch those. Number 5 is RRR. Number 6 is Marcella Shaw with Shoes On. Number 7 is Triangle of Sadness. Number 8, Women Talking. Number 9, Decision to Leave. And then number 10 is sort of like a tie between Bones and All the Beauty and the Bloodshed. Those movies are both excellent. So yeah, that is my top 10. And then Ross, recount your top 10.
Okay, number 10 is my number 10 is, you know, I had it, you know, number 10 is Top Gun Maverick, I think. Yeah. Wait, no, sorry, number 10 is Glass Onion. 9 is Top Gun Maverick. Number 8 is Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. 7 is RRR. 6 is The Whale. Number 5 is Till. 4 is Babylon. 3 is Banshees of Inisherin. 2 is Everything Everywhere All at Once, and number 1 is After Sun. Nice.
And then yeah, for Andrew, I know that his number 1 was was Glass Onion. Number 2 was RRR. Number 3 was Weird. Yeah, Yankovic Story. Number 4 was Elvis. And then number 5 was, I should have been keeping track. I lost track of this, but he can post his top 10 in the comments below. But yeah, and if you guys want to see a list of everything I've seen this year, I will post the Letterboxd of every film I've seen this year, which is like 132 or something like that, all in the comments below. I am gonna add more to it as I watch more this year. So when I do a video, like maybe in the future, like on Patreon or something, ranking every film I've seen this year, there will be more. So and then whenever we do like our Academy Award, like if we were the Academy things, there'll probably be more I'll talk about there as well. So
yeah,
so definitely stay tuned for more stuff like that, Awards Roundtable, other stuff coming out there. But before we go real quick, Leo Buss gave his top 10. He says 10 Hellraiser, 9 Scarlet Witch and the Multiverse of Madness. That's a good title.
I never saw Hellraiser.
I never did too. I need to see it. And then 8, Turning Red. Number 7 is Black Panther. Number 6 is Prey. Number 5 is Nope. Number 4 is Avatar. Number 3 is Pearl. Number 2 is Del Toro's Pinocchio. And then number 1 is Everything Everywhere All at Once. That's a great list. I definitely support that. And then Willie Rose says, I think I love Fableman so much because I'm such a Spielberg fan. Take him out as who the story is about. I agree, it's probably not good. And also my issue with the Fablemans too is he made, like, I get you're making a movie about yourself, but like give yourself flaws, bro.
Yes.
Like he made himself into like a goody two shoes who's like perfect.
Do you know which one? Do you know which one I think actually told the story better too?
Which one?
The documentary.
Oh yeah, Spielberg. Yeah,
that was guys. If you guys have not seen that documentary,
it's excellent.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing.
Willie Rose says, and you'll love Apollo 10.5. Easy, most nostalgic movie about growing up. I'm really excited, especially with Richard Linklater involved. I love like everything he touches. So I'm definitely interested in checking that out here soon, and I will add it to the Letterboxd whenever I do see it. But with that said, guys, that'll be it for our ranking tonight. Hope you enjoyed it. We will be back with all of our end of the year lists. We will be back tomorrow. I'll try tomorrow getting Ari, talking to him, seeing if I can work that out. for him to come on for the best shows of the year. And then I'll also on the 31st, I'm coming back on here with Andrew as we are going to Babylon. That was also, or no, Brahmastra Part 1. I read that wrong. Definitely. Oh yeah, that was a great one too. But I will be coming back here with Andrew on the 31st. We're capping off the year, making fun of movies, which is when we do our top 10 worst of the year. And then we'll also be on January 1st, we'll be coming back here on YouTube again to give you all our top 10 most anticipated movies of 2022. So be on the lookout for all of that. Top 10 most anticipated movies of 2023, I should say, not 2022. So be on the lookout for all of that, guys. A lot of great content coming your way and more. So we will see you all in the next video. And until next time, stay classy, my friend, and keep watching those movies.